there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme, and today we're playing more Football Manager 2021, the start of a brand new season. We had our little recap. I say little, you know me. Things don't work out that way. But yeah, a recap from the season before, the transfers, where we are. You've seen our squad. You've seen how everything is in the last video. And we're ready to kick off our season against Chelsea. We start at home. It's a tough start, a rough start, as we can see, as we looked at last video as well. But start, Community Shield loss, a starting goalkeeper, and Sanchez is going to be away for a while longer. We're just going to have to deal with that. We got, a rough start, but at least we're at home to begin. And I do feel our season really needs to kick on. We need to start being unbeaten for September onwards for a while. I think that's going to be key. We'll see how many points we can get in August, but this will not define our season. I think we're going to bond. We're going to get better as a team. We're going to get closer. They're going to learn the tactics. Yeah, I think as the season progresses, we will go from strength to strength. So I'm trying not to be too worried about a bad start, but acknowledge that it can certainly happen with the fixtures that we've got. And the moves that we've made, get younger, to get long-term better, but definitely take a little step back in the meantime. But we start at home to Chelsea. We've got Arsenal, Southampton, Palace, Villa, West Ham, Leicester, Wolves, Brighton, Burnley against Liverpool, and Man United start at home against Fulham. So, an interesting set of fixtures here. And, yeah, no Man City, or a couple other teams missing here, but Man City and Tottenham are the big ones. They have games to come up. Yeah, Man City away to Sheffield United, Brentford, Reading, and then Watford, Tottenham. So they come on the on a couple of days' time. But really, we focus on ourselves. He wants to make some changes. He wants to move Tonali and Rice. No. I don't want to do that. I'm Beachy and Halstead. Interesting. Because Tonali's a Mezzala for me. Declan Rice is a deep line playmaker, defensive midfielder for me. And then I think I want the pressing forward of Halstead. I think I want Beachy to lead the line a little bit. I have moved everyone to feet and inches just because it makes it easier for me to kind of gauge. Yeah, 6'3", 14 jumping. Not great heading, but he should be good enough in the air to fulfill that role. And Halstead's 5'10" with a 10-12. He's got more strength, but yeah, I definitely think he'll be quicker, better off the ball and anticipation from deep. And Beachy, more competitive, higher work rate at winning that ball. So I like that. They both got pace. They both got great mentals. But I think Beachy is more of an attacking spearhead, with Halstead running at pace when he gets the ball. I think that will be working out quite nicely. James Matthews, 6'4", can jump and head. He's definitely in that sort of advanced forward role for me. And then my fourth striker of Ryan Hughes, I think, is pretty much, again, a mixed bag. He's not kind of good at anything. But we'll see where he plays. Probably a pressing forward, but we'll see where he plays. I might train him, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That we might have to train him. So right now I've got everybody set up into their roles as I see them. Halstead is pressing. Hughes is advanced. I think that was my idea, training his heading. Because I think I might run with Matthews and Halstead as my starting line. I think that's what I was thinking. But no, it might be Beachy. But anyway, doesn't really matter. But I think I definitely need to look at heading and bridge. There's his jumping. Okay. Strength and aerial. Yeah, I definitely feel we need to do those. We're going to start on strength. Because that heading of 9's okay. Really, we want that jumping reach up. Yeah, we'll see if we can train him into that role, being an advanced forward. And then I'll decide, definitely advance forward. I think it makes sense to start James Matthews, to be perfectly honest. I think it makes sense to start Matthews over Beachy. Let's have a quick breakdown here. I think Beachy's just slightly better. Definitely more ready, yeah. I think, yeah, role-wise, I think Matthews is a better partner for Halstead. But I definitely prefer Ben Beachy right now. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with Ben Beachy right now. We're going to go with Beachy. So we're not going to swap their positionings either. We got goalie, a fullback, a centre-back, some centre mids, attacking mid. Do I want to put right back on the bench? I probably do, and I probably am going to drop Munoz off the bench to fit it. So left back, right back, centre midfield, attacking midfield covered, striker covered. We got a goalie on the bench. I think that's everything set up as well as it can be. Yeah. Gonna open up then Yannick Sauer. Gonna have number 23 this year. We'll see how it works out for us, but yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. This was such an interesting battle for us last season. Dropped our lines down. And we are... Oh, that's right. I switched these. So instead of counter press and hold shape, we regrouped and countered. So still very high intensity, but hopefully it will work out quite nicely. I'm going to make sure we've got my positional opposition instructions instead of just the ones the assistant wants to give. I don't think they'll conflict anywhere. I honestly don't. I think we start hands on hips. Go out and impress me. Looks like we're fairly motivated, but I'm going to pump the faith. I know what we do here. Pump the faith. So, looks like it's pretty good. Carlos Vito, I don't believe, even speaks English, so... Oh, he does. He does speak English. Oh, that makes it much easier. I was concerned about a language barrier there, but that seems to be good. Yeah, no, we're happy to go on and play then in that case. Both got good lineups out. I really like what we might be able to do with this team, so we will see. But Chelsea kind of had our number towards the tail end of last season. They're going to start Calvert-Lewin up top. Sterling, Pulisic, and Mount in behind. That could be kind of scary. They got a good goalie, good defense, a dangerous midfield, and a striker with a point to prove against it. Start off early minutes with a demand more. On attack, trying to set up something. Nice header clear. And Juris Helsted being able to run at full speed, backpedaling defenders. Shown out wide. He gets a little bit lucky and then gets unlucky. Oh, Yannick. Oh, defender did really well against him. I've got to say, I think the defender did really well. But he managed to get the ball back and managed to work it into a good opportunity for himself. That's a great ball by Dodo, and Sterling gets in behind. Cuts inside and rifles it left-footed across the goalie into the far corner. Halstead did really well. Sterling here, nice. And when he gets clear, fullback gets caught, and it's Meffam. It's Chris Meffam, the new vice captain who loses his man for positional play. A bit of encouragement to the boys. See if we can get back into things here. We'll play on cautious a little bit. And then see what happens. So we get a throw in. Doesn't quite go our way. Albert Lewis. Pulisic. Kind of not in great positions there, it seems, at times. But we do get the ball up to Beachy. A little bit of hold-up play. That's kind of his role. The attacking advance forward. Basically up wide. A little bit lucky, but gets clear. Poor ball to Halstead. And Beachy gets a goal. Okay, I want to watch the replay because it looked like him and whoever was with him, I think it might be Demir, looked kind of offside for a second. When this ball's hit here, I guess Demir's making a run. Beachy has probably just been played onside. That's not too bad. And Blasco's shot maybe just takes a touch off Beachy and goes in. I don't know if the keeper would have got it otherwise or not. I'm really not sure. Back up the positive and fire up the boys. Get into halftime having rescued an equalizer would be really good. Carlos Victor gets the ball there nicely. Couple of minutes for halftime. A long ball for Beachy. Down to Demir. Halstead. And Yannick has his defender backpedaling. Man out wide, man in the box. It's Beachy. It's 2. That's where we go with the double B Ben Beachy. That's what we're on about. Oh, he has profited today from others' work. But again, he's there. He's playing that advanced forward role quite well. Yannick Halstead. And he just drops off his man. Overcorrection there in position from Tomori. And Ben Beachy gets us the goal. And we actually get in ahead. Oh, a brace from Ben Beachy. You have got to love that. We haven't played well at all so far. We probably, on the balance of play, I wouldn't say really deserve to be in the lead. I do think that Chelsea have been better than us in general. Stat-wise, it's fairly even. We do look a little unfitter in general, but then again, that could be our tactics. And morale-wise, we do need to work on that. So, I'm going to go with not happy. I'm going to go with not happy. Hands on hips. You can improve at the back. You can improve there. And attackers, outstretch. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the strikers. You showed up today. The back needs a little bit of work. Midfield needs to get into the game. Stop letting Chelsea dictate things. A little bit of an encouragement. See if we can get that morale up a little bit more. And yeah, Tonali's probably going to be one of the subs we will do. I don't know about the other two right now, but definitely Tonali. I think that's number 1 on the list. I know Blasco's going to have to come off. So putting Mitch Joins on the bench was a great idea. He makes his debut. Tonali for Brooks or Bevan. Brooks or Bevan? Bevan. Because at 6.5, I'm not happy with what we've seen from our magician normally in attacking midfield. So Demir will come off. So Brooks on in attacking midfield. Bevan on the left-hand side instead of Tonali. And Mitch Joins at right back to get the booking. The booking, the tired, and the poor player off the pitch. Those are my kind of substitutions. Those are my kind of substitutions. So Facey's going to be tired at left back. I definitely get that, but yeah. Come on, boys. Put some pressure on. Don't let them just get things for free. Oh, Join stepped up a little too much, forcing wide. Carlos Victor with a good save. Kind of what we need to be. Focus, boys. Focus. Here come Chelsea. Meffam gets it clear. Bevan just gets in there. Ben Beachy releases Helsted. Lets it run across him. He's through on goal. And puts it in the far corner. It's the third goal of the game. Beachy 2 goals and an assist. That's what we're on about. Good substitution. A good move from the substitution with Bevan. And he's even looking for an overlap. But, yeah, Beachy does the right thing. He takes it down. He finds Helsted. He lets it run instead of taking a touch. That confuses the defender. And that allows us to get that shot on goal. And get that goal up. And Joins does well. Lays it off here now for Facey through the midfielder. And that is poor. That is poor from our fullback. Now Mason Mount. We do have a 2-goal advantage. But can we block this cross? We can. Bevan. Nice ball up. Beachy competing. Doesn't win it though. Brooks a little lazy. The attack is still on. They've got the overlap from Dodo. Back to Kovacevic. Rincon clear and Brooks this time. He's got Beachy. He does find him. Nice cut in. And now it opens up and he lays it off to Yannick Helsted with a thunderbolt. It's 2 apiece for them. 2 goals, 2 assists for Beachy. 2 finishes there from Helsted. The second one with aplomb, ladies and gentlemen. But attacking players working out really well. Brilliant play. And what a hit. What a hit. 1-0 down to a Sterling goal. But we've been nothing but absolute pure gold since then. Play defensive. Praise the boys. And try and see this game out now. We've got injury time approaching. They've got a throw in. Mason Mount. And it's to Dodo in space with time. And he gets his goal because FM is kind of cheesy like that when a fullback's unmarked. They're very likely to hit the target. And the goalie doesn't really move with them. So, disappointing to see these kind of goals because I don't think it's like it's not the goalie doing badly or our players doing badly. That's just kind of the way the match engine works. It feels dirty. Feels kind of dirty. It feels kind of dirty. But yeah, there we go. We see them off. A poor performance from the boys. A poor performance. Little highlights here and there. Nothing really great from us. Very slow start. And we didn't seem to improve. But yeah. I don't know. Like Blasco, he should have got his goal, but Beachy tapped it in for the equaliser. Then Helsted fed Beachy for his second of the game just for half time to take us in the lead. And then late on, Beachy replays the favour and gives 2 assists to Helsted. And he puts them both away. Giving us that barrier, they pull one back due to match engine. But I don't think Chelsea outplayed us on the bounce. I think it's a very tight game. We were way better up front than they were. We created more chances. We had a much bigger XG. And yeah, kind of a tough game, like we knew it would be. But even though I think, apart from the strikers, we didn't really show up as a whole, we still did enough to win the game. Either us winning or a draw, I think, is fair. We definitely did what we needed to do. Yeah, I'm going to say that. But individuals. Individual. You went at your best today. You deserve to come off. Lewis Cook as captain. I'm not happy with the 6 points. And Vito, not happy with the 6.5. I think that's all I'm going to say. The captain needs to act better and play better. Goalie, kind of, I don't think he did particularly badly, but yeah, that's not a great rating out of him. And Demir, we expect bigger things from. The 3 subs seem to be doing okay. They did better than the players they replaced in general. Bevan just behind Tonali, but Brooks ahead of Demir. And Joins very decent. Blasco's yellow card Didn't turn into a red, so it was a good move to make. So I'm pretty happy with the result, performance concerning, but our strikers started off strong. They have started off strong. Absolutely adore that. Beachy looked really good in his all-round game. Dropping deep, slowing down, drawing defenders out, winning headers, being a nuisance, good finishing where needed, and then Halstead running at defenders. Just, he should absolutely terrify them. Should absolutely terrify them. I'm going to tell those two that I'm very happy with their opening for the season. I'm leading the line. That's what impressed me with Ben Beachy. 100%. His off-ball runs were good. His on-ball runs were good. And Halstead, it was just in front of goal. His work was in front of goal. Absolutely fantastic. Poor performance. Yeah, we had a poor performance, but our strike force too. So there we go. Absolutely fantastic. And we wouldn't change Beachy for Lukaku. I wouldn't either. I'd agree. Interesting sort of player to pick, but okay. So yeah, a little bit of slow start for the team. We seem to be not where we should be. Not where we should be. Considering this back four was pretty much the back four last season. As Bono got pushed out the team, you know, Rincon played 34 games. So it's not like he's new. Meffam's got a vice captain's armband now, but he's been here a while. And Blasco and Facey were our starters again last season too. So, you know, Blasco came into the team. But yeah, I'm not sure. That goalie change might be having slight effect. When Sanchez comes back in, we're going to have to deal with that even more. But that's fine. I think the back four is pretty much for half of last season. This was our entire season midfield. And the strike force is working. We cannot complain. And we've got options off the bench. Matthews, Brooks, Conchi. When Sanchez comes back in, that will add some other options. Matsevic, Cosme as well with Munoz and Hughes. Mitch Jones, he had his debut. He looked okay. Mora, we've seen in limited action. He's looked okay. We don't need to be great at fullback either. So, all in all, I'm pretty happy with where we are. And I know it's going to take time. So, I can kind of just chalk that up to experience. I know that we got the 3 points. That's the important thing. If we draw against Tottenham and Man City, I think I'm going to be fairly happy with that start of the season. So we'll see how it all goes. But Liverpool off firing early as well. Good win for Arsenal. James Maddison brace. And Greenwood late on sneaks all 3 points at home for Man United. So interesting some of the big clubs playing. Villa getting done 3-1. Ryan Brewster really just doesn't play well on this debut, I guess, for them. So, 110 million and not really getting much out of it. They had a really good season. I think they were like 6th last season. So, yeah, they were 6th last season. So, expecting big things. They spent big money. Not really worked out that way for them. But yeah, we're in a good position. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm probably going to pause the recording here. And since we had a long episode and we didn't get to the Chelsea game in the last one, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this recording. And we're about 25 minutes in. I think what I want to do is I'll play through for a while and I'll come back to it and record another game. We'll have ourselves a little double header here, but controlled the game against Chelsea. They scored against runner play. That was a great move from them, poor from us. And yeah, game was dead and match engine stuff for their 4th, but They were never in charge of that game. We always, I'd say shared it. I didn't say we dominated, but we shared it. But a solid win. Olympic Games best goalkeeper, Eugenio Sanchez. Love that. Absolutely love that. 4 clean sheets in 5 games. He conceded 3 when he did. That was probably against Argentina in the group stage or in one of the knockouts. Average of 7.48. And I was against France. Was it against France? Euro qualifier. Nope. That's... I can just look here. There we go. Yeah, against Argentina. Against Argentina. Which means he didn't play there. He didn't play in the fight. Oh my god. He played every game up to the final and then didn't play the final. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, 2-1 over Iran, 7.9, 7.7 and a 4-0 over France. Lost to Argentina. And didn't play well. That's when you change your goalkeeper. But they didn't. They played him against USA. It's a 3-0 win. Another clean sheet. 7.7. 8.2 in a tough semi-final win over Croatia. Kept them in the game when they weren't playing well. And they snuck the winner at the end. And then you sub him off for the final. You don't let him play. And he's not injured or anything. That is a shitty thing to do. That is a shitty thing to do. I'm kind of annoyed at that. A start and a sub appearance for Daniel Guerra. Solid. Just solid. I'm kind of annoyed by that one. And he gets goalkeeper of the tournament. He's in the dream team and they didn't let him play the final. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me with this? Oh, I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. Okay. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is, I guess. Palaversa, former player on the bench for the dream team. Up front, our former player, Kaya Jorge. Is he permanently at Napoli? No, he's on loan from Real Madrid. What did he do last season? I don't know. 9 goals in 34. Not great in La Liga. They sent him out to Serie A to see what he can do there. They're probably going to sell him if he doesn't play well. Okay, interesting. And, yeah, we've got Sanchez and we've got Cosme. Cosme played well, played 5 games, solid. So, it'd be nice to have him on the bench and him in net for the rest of the season now. So, see how that kind of plays out. We sold all our season tickets. That is good. Martin Stejovic. Croatia's under 23s. So, where is he there? 7.4 against Japan in the group stage. It's a 2-1 win. Then he gets a 6.4 and a 2-0 win over Ghana. Against Haiti, 7.9 and a goal right at the beginning. And then an extra time winner gets an 8 in that game. And then, of course, in the final, 7.6. One of his team's best performers. So, pretty good. And then, looks like he came off the bench. Yeah, again, kind of dropped. Came off the bench. And, yeah, replaced Baturina. And didn't play well. Really didn't play well. So, I mean, that's a shame. That is a shame. If we just look at Brazil, I know we've seen a lot of Brazil's stuff, but we haven't seen how Cosme played. So 7-3 in a booking in a tight win against Sebastian Esposito in Italy. Ivory Coast, 7.2. Paulo Jose, 7.5. Forgot he was there. 6.5. 7. And it looks like Jose was moved to left back and got a 7.3. 8.1 for Paulo Jose. And Cosme, didn't play. And then back, both of them at centre back, 7-9 and 6-9 for the semi over Russia. And in the final, they both played again, 6-9, 6-7. Didn't seem to play great. But solid. I'll give them that much. Solid. I'm pretty happy with that. So, if that's the case, if I just go back to picking my team the way I would pick my team, Savage would make the bench. No, not instead of Brooks. Come on. There we go. Carlos Vitor on the bench. Cosme. Conche. That would possibly be it. I mean, Rincon can play right back. Yeah. Okay. If I need to take a right back and a centre back off, I'm kind of screwed. But Facey can play right back. And Blasco can play left. Okay, so I'm happy to do just one fullback on the bench and bring Bevan back on. Yeah, I think that's my lineup, the way I would play things for the rest of this season. Maybe with Matthews instead of Beachy as an ongoing thing. So at some point in the season, making that switch. But I think that's pretty solid. I do think it's pretty solid. Blasco is a 2.5-star player, but he's already proved he could be really good at right back for us last season. That's why he got his big contract. And then we got Facey and Rincon again proven at the back line. Sanchez should be good enough in goal. Beachy's already proving he can do the business up top. So those are our 3 stars. Up to Mefam and Tonali, 3.5 stars. Very solid players. Declan Rice, 4. And Demir Helsted, 4.5. On the bench, we've got 2-star Mora, 2.5 with Bevan, Martin Savic, and Vito. I'm happy with all 4 of those performances that we've seen from those players so far in general. And then Cosme, Brooks, Matthews as the 3 stars off the bench. With Conche, Munoz, Hughes, and Joins. I think that's pretty good. We don't need to make a move. As I say, if we do make a move, the only one I really think I would make is selling David Brooks and buying Giovanni Reina. I really think that's the only thing that makes sense to me. And I think if I were to do something like this, I don't want to deal with any of these. Let me clear all these out. So they can't add anything back in. So we're just talking money up front. That's how I like to do my business. I like to do money back up front. Those are all okay. So if I offer 95 million for Reina, I thought I said no on remove for after league appearances. Like, why can they put it back in if I say no to it? I don't get that. Okay. They're unacceptable there. I think the bid to put in here is probably around the 100 mark on Reina. Let's go forward a day and put that in. I want to see where we sit here. At non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Okay. And then so he wants us to treat this. I don't get that. We're spending 100 million and you want a minimum fee release clause. I'm not sure about that. 350 star player. The initial fee might be like huge there. 65 and 115 make it possible. Yeah, I'm hoping that 100. Again, would want to be a star. Would want a big wage. But it's probably going to be cheaper here. And I'm probably not going to do the stepping stone. I'm probably going to fight against that. But if I can, I kind of want to keep him at 250 grand a week. He's only on 60. If I can put him on that 250 a week and have him and Demir in attacking midfielder for 100 million down, and then see what we can get this if we sell Brooks. Kind of what I think makes sense right now. Kind of what I think makes sense. Have your say comment section down below. I want to see what this kind of happens. Yeah, look, Man City, they go 1-0 down. They get a player sent off. They equalize through a penalty, but they're obviously looking like a shadow of them for themselves. I mean, they didn't have a great strike force for 1 year, which really hurt them. Then they spent, I think, 63 or 65 maybe on Alexander Isak up top. But they did sell... Who did they sell? Oh, Raheem Sterling to Chelsea to make that happen. So... there you go. Knew they'd let me in sooner or later. But yeah, so I'm not sure they're exactly phenomenally well off right now in terms of where they are. So I don't know. It's very interesting. It is very interesting. Missing chance. There we go. Chance creation, chance conversion, playing it out from the back, 2 different transitions, distribution and retention. That's pretty much everything here. Match tactics and teamwork, defensive and attacking shadow plays, bonding and outreach. And it's not a taxing week. Not a taxing week. So I'm happy with that. We should get our squad building. We should get our tactical sort of plays up and running. Freedom did okay. He opened his account with Rotherham. Good for him. Nice to see him off to a good start. Ezra, first goal of the season. Solid there. That's a 2-1 victory, so he contributed again for points. Daryl Gillespie, man of the match. Absolutely fantastic. Got an assist in 3 games. Looks like he's going to develop for us. The first goal for Chris Simpson from the back as well on the continent. Didn't play well, but getting it done, or maybe played really bad in one game and good enough in the other. And Carpenter. You'll be okay for League One. You'll be more than okay for League. Regular starter, happy enough with that. Tonali out for maybe 2 days, which 2 days, maybe 2 weeks, which kind of suits because if we did bring in Reina, then Tonali might be the man to go out, and then we just move Brooks back actually, and wait on that. Don't know. Okay, so he definitely wants pause. We'll see how that works out. Okay, he's definitely wants a lot. Definitely wants a lot. They're gonna force me to lose him for 20 million more than I paid for him, which mostly is a signing on fee. See, this is the shitty thing. Like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. If he wants to join me, there's no way he should have that in, knowing that we're paying 116.5 million in total for the player. Why would we ever agree to sell him for 120? With everything else they want. I'm willing to go there on that. I'm going to lock that in. See what they come back with. But I'm kind of done with my negotiations. I don't really want to go higher. So we'll see what they come back with. 18.5. So now I'm going to lose money if someone buys him. That's what you're telling me. Okay. Okay. What I need to do here is figure out a way to give him a contract extension within that first season without people paying the 120 million. That's what I need to do. Otherwise, we'll end up losing Giovanni Reyna. This is a huge amount of money. And I don't want to get this deal wrong. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think it's a huge amount of money. We're getting a great player. 7 days ago, we were told to sign him for whatever the price. The estimated wage was way off. The cost was about right. Kind of low, but we're in that bracket. Marketability's good, though. We can make money off him because he's American. And that opens up a big market there. Yeah, that minimum fee has to go. That minimum fee has to go. That minimum fee has to go. Oh, I don't know whether I like this deal anymore. I really don't know whether I like this deal. We're going to be bidding stupid amounts on players then. Why don't we? Agent's an absolute dick in this one. Absolute dick. Like, if that minimum fee was like 180 or above, I'd be okay. I wouldn't really mind one way or the other. To be perfectly honest, if we lost him for 180, we make a big profit. We still got Demir. Like, that's fine. But the fact that if he doesn't settle down well and is at all unhappy in the first 2 months, there's a chance that someone else can just come in and buy him, and like, that really screws us up. And at the moment, we profit, like, I think 2 million. If he plays poorly, by the time his wages get factored in, the signing on fees and the transfer fee to Dortmund, we could end up losing money if he left us for that minimum fee release in January and not even get good play out of it. That's where we are. Yeah, you'll be in the under 23s. That's fine. How'd you look now that you've turned 18, Lars? You look solid. You need training on your heading and your marking. I think I'm probably gonna want. Let's start off with defensive positioning. I don't want to take control. I do want to give him the best shot at succeeding. 4-star prospect overall. That's pretty good. Yeah. I think we start with that and then we move on afterwards. See what Mbappe would maybe go for, but it's over 150. It's definitely over 150. See this Reina deal. See this Reina deal. Want to see if it goes through or not. But yeah, oh my god, that's not the contract I expected. I expected a little less money, and I expected to be able to remove the minimum fee release clause, or at least put it high enough. So I feel like we've got screwed out of this. Kind of railroaded by his agent. Really tempted to pull out of that. I'm really tempted to pull out that. So many players could be called up, by the way. Well, from our... Oh, Lars Larsson. Yeah, he's just joined us, but everybody that's outside the first team is actually going to be available for loan. So we're going to put him on the loan list in case this one falls through, but as long as they want him to start, I think this is fine. Not worried about the wages, more about first team football for the loanees. Lars Larsson out to Seattle Sounders. I'm okay with that. We've actually had a good system of sending people out to the MLS over the past sort of the past season or two, so happy with that. Get to the Fulham game. Oh. Have your say. Comment sections down below. What do you think of that Reina contract compared to what we already have in the team? What do you think of that? I'm having a little bit of trouble in my head figuring out if I really want to steal or not. 100 million and 20 per for signing on, sorry. Yeah, we could get a lot of revenue from America from it, but 120 million release clause. He'd be by far the highest paid player at the club. For him and Demir would be phenomenal. And we would be upgrading over Brooks, and Brooks would sell for somewhere between 40 to 60, I think. I'm pretty sure people will pay that for him. Yeah. It would definitely be slightly better than Demir, but would have to be retrained to be a shadow striker to fit kind of what I want them to do there. I really like Ray. I think it's a good deal in terms of the price and the player and the age, and yeah, being able to run Demir and Reina as my two attacking mids for the season. Oh boy, I'm down. I'm down. And we can even play him as a Mizala if we wanted to as well. We really could just play him as a Mizala. Or even Phil Foden as a Mizala. Or play him and Phil Foden as Mizalas. And we end up at the end of the season selling Cook and Brooks and Tonali and Martin Savage and just clearing the midfield and adding them both in, maybe. Yeah, have your say. Have your say. I'm really not sure on that. I'm really not sure on that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to end the recording and we're going to come back Actually, we're not going to come back with it. We're not going to do a double header. I'm changing my mind on the fly because we've got to deal with what we've got in the game. I'm actually going to leave it there, but have your say on this deal. Is Giovanni Reina worth this deal? 100 million all up front. And then a monster contract. I do want to add him in as the first in the compare to Demir. I believe that way at least we get his roles. So Shadow Striker would still be 4.5. So yeah, he'd still be the best player out of the two. And like I say, it'd be very, very close. But again, if we did lose Tonali, Reina can definitely become our set piece man at the same time. So yeah, have your say, comment section but down below. What do you think of this deal? I'm possibly going to go through with it. I'm possibly going to back out of it and see how it develops. This might be an end of season deal to do it. Might be a January deal. I don't know. When's the window shut? Double check when the window actually shuts. Monday, 2nd of September. Okay, so we've got like 3 weeks to do this deal. We won't be able to get... We could probably send Bevan, Martin Savage, or Munoz out on loan. We could probably send them out on loans. I don't know if we could sell and get a good price this late on for Martin Savage or Brooks. Oh, it's going to be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do, but Tottenham come up first, so I'm going to jump on, play through some other games. I'll see you back here in the next one, but have your say, please. Thank you very much for the support. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. By now. I'm torn. I want Reina. Don't know if this is the deal I want him at. I really don't know. But we'll find out soon. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, behave, take care of one another. And I'll see you back here in a short while. Till then, take care of yourselves.